They said the experiment would take only 15 minutes. Just sit in the dark, wear the headphones, listen, and describe what you hear. Claire thought it was easy until she noticed there were no speakers in the room. Just a single red light blinking, recording every sound. The walls were padded, swallowing her breath. The air felt thick, electric, alive. The light blinked twice. Then a voice came through the headphones, soft, distant, and almost familiar. "Can you hear me?" it asked. She nodded instinctively. The voice continued, "Don't turn around." Claire froze. No one had told her she wasn't alone. She tried to speak, but the microphone didn't record her voice. Only static. A faint chuckle vibrated through her ears, so close it felt like it was inside her skull. "You already did," it whispered. She could feel cold air brush her neck, like someone standing inches behind her. She didn't dare breathe. The red light flickered faster. Somewhere behind her chair, something scraped the floor. Slow, deliberate. The voice shifted between speakers, circling her head. They said 15 minutes. It hummed, but it's always longer for the ones who listen. The static deepened into a low growl. Claire clenched her eyes shut. A drop of sweat slid down her cheek. The hum grew louder, like breathing, except it wasn't hers. The timer on the wall read 0 hours, 13 minutes, and 45 seconds. 2 minutes left. The voice changed. It was her own now, repeating softly, "I'm alone in the room." But she hadn't said that. The words looped, distorting into laughter. The red light stopped blinking. The room fell silent, except for the faint sound of nails dragging on metal. Then whispering, not through the headphones this time, real. Behind her, "You're doing great, Claire," it said. Her heart skipped. No one here knew her name. The air turned cold enough for her breath to fog. She tried to stand, but the chair wouldn't move. Something heavy pressed down on her shoulders. The voice in her ears layered now, 2, maybe 3 voices speaking in unison. "Keep listening," they hissed. "Don't move. They're watching through you." Her reflection flickered faintly on the black screen in front of her. For a split second, another face looked back, her face smiling wide, eyes completely black. The timer hit 0 hours, 14 minutes, and 58 seconds. 2 seconds left. She exhaled, trembling. Then the red light stopped blinking entirely. The headphones went silent. She waited. A breath brushed her ear, slow, wet. A whisper, "That's not me." The recording resumed on its own. A deep voice said, "Say what you see." She turned slightly, just enough to glimpse behind her. A figure crouched in the corner, pale and motionless. Its mouth moved, but no sound came out, until suddenly her own voice echoed from it. "Don't look." The light turned red again. The recording showed her chair empty. The experiment was over. When the scientists reviewed the footage, the time code showed something impossible. The session lasted 13 hours, not 15 minutes. The chair was empty the whole time. Yet, in the background, a faint whisper lingered on the recording. Next listener connected. The red light blinked once more, waiting. Now, when someone sits in that same chair, the voice always starts the same way. "Can you hear me?" it asks. And sometimes, if you listen too closely, you'll hear Claire answer, whispering from just behind you, "Don't turn around." When the door finally opened, Claire gasped for air, but the corridor outside wasn't the same one she had entered. The walls pulsed faintly, like veins beneath skin. Every fluorescent light hummed in rhythm with her heartbeat. She stumbled forward, leaving the headphones behind, yet the voice followed. "Don't leave yet," it whispered. The speakers in the ceiling crackled, though she saw no wires. Every door she passed was slightly open, leaking soft, wet noises, whispering, crying, breathing. The air reeked of copper and antiseptic. Her reflection in the glass panel turned its head before she did. She ran. The hallway stretched longer the faster she moved, doors repeating endlessly 13A, 13B, 13C. Each one had faint fingernail marks on the inside. When she stopped, the sound of footsteps behind her didn't. They grew louder, closer, until she could feel the heat of someone's breath on her neck. She turned. The hallway was empty. The red recording light from the experiment room now glowed at the far end, pulsing like a heartbeat. "You left the chair," the voice said through the intercom. "You shouldn't have done that." Every door in the hall slammed shut at once. The hum began again, deep and low, vibrating through the floor. From beneath the tiles came muffled pounding, like fists trying to break free. "It's still listening," the voice murmured right behind her ear. Claire felt tears mixed with sweat. "What's listening?" she asked. The answer came instantly. "You." The lights flickered. For a split second, she wasn't in the hallway anymore. She was sitting in the chair again, headphones on, hands trembling. Her reflection in the glass window across the room was smiling. "You finished the test," it said. "Now it's your turn to speak." Her lips moved, but the voice that came out wasn't hers. It was layered, distorted, filled with static. "I hear you," it said. The scientists outside froze. One leaned toward the monitor. "Who's she talking to?" The recording stuttered. A whisper bled through the audio. "We hear you too." The red light stayed on for hours. Every screen in the control room flickered with the same image. Claire sitting perfectly still, staring directly into the camera. Only when they turned the power off did her head slowly tilt. The smile never left her face. The next day, the experiment room was sealed, the equipment dismantled. But every night, at 3:15 a.m., the monitors light up on their own. A faint voice hums through the speakers. If you listen carefully, you can still hear Claire whispering, "Don't turn around. It's already behind you."